Take a look at the Dow right now, down about 423 points, a steep decline to be sure, but it's off the worst levels of the morning. And as we were just saying moments ago, you have to watch how the market closes today to get a real sense for the impact, or at least the beginning of the impact of this Brexit decision. Donald Trump weighed in on the whole thing this morning in a live news conference that he gave from Scotland. You can hear the bagpipes in the background. He says that he sees a similarity between what's happening in Britain and the current state of American politics. Here's some of that.
To be honest with you, I think a lot of it has to do with immigration, but I also think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they wanted to be independent. They got tired of seeing stupid decisions, just like the American people are tired of seeing stupid decisions, whether it's the Iran deal, whether it's the border where people just flow across the border like Swiss cheese. They're tired of seeing stupid decisions made.
Sam Clovis is the national co-chair and senior policy advisor for the Trump campaign. Sam, good morning. Welcome back to the program. Good to have you here today.
Thanks, Martha.
I would imagine you guys are feeling pretty good about what happened in England last night.
Well, it was good timing, no doubt about it. I think that the issues that we see there, I think there's a broader and larger issue here. I've been listening to your commentators, and I think they've been wonderful and insightful. But I think there's a larger issue, and it deals with sovereignty, and I think that's a notion that we in the United States have been struggling with, frankly, for about the last generation. We really have not gotten our arms around where we are, and I don't think that this is a movement toward isolationism on anyone's part. I think that's not the intent of anything that we want to do. What we're looking for is putting American interests first, and there's a big difference between that and this notion of isolationism and nativism that the president seems to trot out there. So we see it a lot differently.
Yeah, you know, when you look at the vote, you look at the pockets in northern England and southern part of the UK as well, you see, you know, where the discontent came from. When you look at this politically, what are the takeaways from what you watched happen last night and what you might apply to the Trump campaign based on it?
Well, I think there are a couple of big issues. I think one is the economic impact that we see of having a federal system trying to be imposed on sovereign nations. I think that's a real issue, but it's the economy. And it really comes down to the economics of this, and I think that one of your commentators hit it right on the head, that the economic aspects of this are very important. And I don't think that we're going to be seeing anything revolutionary in trade, and I think everybody ought to take a step back. This is a mild adjustment we're going to see in the markets today, and I think in 2 or 3 weeks this will be just a blip.
You know, a couple of days ago, people were writing off the Trump campaign, basically. They said he was, you know, down in the polls, that things weren't looking good, that he had a horrible 3 or 4 week period after he pretty much closed up that nomination. We've seen a very different scene over the past several days. Is this what we're going to continue seeing since the departure of Corey Lewandowski and the more serious, sober tone that we've now seen basically in 2 different appearances from Donald Trump?
Well, I think that this also goes to the idea that it's transition time for us. We pivot to a new operation. We're heading out. I want to tell you, I've been traveling all over the United States on behalf of the campaign, and the pulse out there is there's a lot of excitement for our campaign. There's a lot of excitement for our candidate, and more importantly, there's a lot of excitement for our positions on the issues. And I think this is really what a lot of people are still missing. They're really not really getting the grip and the feel of this. And I think this is why the Brexit vote was so astounding to so many people, that they really missed the pulse of the people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would be advised to start paying attention to what's going on in the rest of the country here, not just inside New York or the Beltway.
Yeah, it's a fascinating time that we are living in, and there are big changes going on. Sam Clovis, good to speak with you. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Martha.